Hello everyone, this is your girl Sugary Girl Candy 2012 and I'm here to bring you guys some more WWE 2K15 news. Okay, so as you read the title, you pretty much already know what this is about. And WWE 2K15 new single player campaign concept has great longevity. Okay, I'm going to give more thoughts on that part in a minute. It said the lifeblood of professional wrestling flows in the veins of its feuds and rivalries. Without them, the show would simply be nothing more than large men performing scripted, aerobic, and brutal maneuvers with no soul. Okay, one way of describing it. WWE 2K15 looks to prove that the lasting appeal a good feud provides in real-life wrestling can be successfully emulated in a video game. The 2K showcase is not an entirely new concept. The Attitude Era and 30 years of WrestleMania modes from the last two WWE games had a similar historic task-based system. The difference in 2K Showcase and those other modes is that this year's single-player campaign actually doesn't look to cover as much ground. From the looks of things early on, less is more. Attitude Era and 30 years of WrestleMania whisked gamers on a ride that spanned multiple decades in the case of the latter, or years in reference to the former. The 2K Showcase gives gamers one story at a time in what we hope will be a more detailed, celebrated, and exaggerated fashion. That's the way wrestling stories should be told. The presentation will be key to the immersion. Hopefully the developers of the game will take every opportunity to deliver the key moments of each feud they have recreated with important details and atmosphere. Real life mic work over the top of animated cutscenes similar to the video below would be amazing. The cutscene starts at 2:01 mark. In the retail version, you will begin with access to two feuds, John Cena versus CM Punk and Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. If these were the only options, the impact of the mode would be minimal, and gamers would likely be left feeling a bit empty with the single player experience. However, because of the nature of the mode and the inclusion of DLC through the Season Pass program, see details here, gamers will be able to download new feuds as they become available. But see, this time around, the Season Pass actually is, to me, because I've been buying it again for like the past two games, the Season Pass now seems pretty useless in my opinion, because you only get so few things when you buy it, and it's fucking $24.99, and everything else that came with past DLCs and like WWE 13, 2K14, you only get a discount on. So if that ain't money grabbing, I don't know what the hell is, dude. Like, what? A Christian themed The Wrestler Not the Faith pack called One More Match will be the first new DLC feud available. That will be followed by Mark Henry's Hall of Pain and the Ultimate Warrior's Path of the Warrior. Previous versions of the Season Pass made content available on a monthly basis after the game's release. Right there. November, December, and January were the months new content was released. Yep. This time around, we haven't gotten the schedule for DLC rollout again. Like, really? This is DLC and the game is going to actually be out, so why the need to be quiet on that part? I don't understand this company at all. But the content is more vast. In addition to the new storylines for 2K Showcase, there are additional moves, a WCW, and next content pack. This might explain why the price of the Season Pass has gone from $19.99 to $24.99. I don't know, man, but see, in order for something to be worth that much, it actually has to have value and actually has to have things people want. So, I don't know, dude. And in the Season Pass that cost $19.99, it was actually things that people wanted, etc. But, I don't know, man. Some may criticize the rivalries, feuds, and storylines that were chosen, but the WWE's history is so vast it's impossible to encompass everyone's favorite in one game. If it's executed correctly, 2K Showcase doesn't have to. This concept shouldn't be treated as a one-off, all in mode made solely for WWE 2K15. Okay, I personally don't have any problems with the feuds or they've chosen to put in this game, whatever. I'm just worried about the value. Nobody wants to buy something that doesn't have any value to it, right? Every year it seems as if the makers of the WWE video game franchise labors to find a cool concept to focus on for a single-player campaign. In turn, some of the same stories wind up being covered in different modes. The 2K Showcase could have the sturdiness to continue on for the life of the series, but simply upgrading presentation, gameplay, task-based assignments, and picking from the almost endless supply of WWE rivalries that are still being added every week. The details associated with the 2K Showcase can be among the most highly anticipated during the game's pre-release hype. It can help to usher in new and old superstars and all kinds of new content via unlockables and surprises. It's all about pushing the product to reach the potential of the concept. Hopefully, the developers have channeled their inner Bret Hart and will show their excellence of execution. Okay, so my overall thoughts about this. I feel like this time around they're actually focusing a lot more on single player, and I understand that, and in a sense it does make sense because, you know, in past games it was all about, online and stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with online, don't get me wrong, but there just wasn't enough single player, things to do when you weren't playing offline or whatever, just in case like the servers or whatever go down for a day or whatever. But I just feel like this time around they're going to focus a lot more on the single player campaign than anything, because like the single player experience is something I've been reading about and seeing they've been talking about for like for the past 3 weeks now. Like every freaking video I've seen thus far, they're talking about the single player campaign, they're talking about my career mode. I'm like, okay, so the obvious focus is going to be on single player. Hopefully for every other game mode they have in this game, there will be no letdowns or anything like that, and I'm really hoping that there hasn't been anything big that was in past games that's been compromised, for pretty visuals and for this concept. I mean, they have a lot more to work with this time around with the PS4 and Xbox One, so it's really like no excuse as to why they should be taking big huge things out of the freaking game when they have a lot more to work with this time around. So I should see no reason why major things of the past game should be taken out, things that people enjoy, because I'm gonna be really heated, dude. I'm telling y'all right now, I will go on a ranting rage. But anyway, I just think with them talking about single player as much, again, I feel like this is what is going to be the main focus of the series, and with all these feuds and my career mode and blah blah blah, I feel like this is going to be the the focus of this game or the series, probably as an overall, now that 2K got their grips on it. So that's my thoughts. What do you guys personally think it is? Do you think they're going to be, with them talking as much as they are about single player experiences in WWE 2K15, do you think they're going to be more focused on this area than they are with all the other areas of the game? Or do you think everything is going to be good and everything is going to have a focus on it? And I'll be sure to get back to your comments as quickly as I can. Thank you for watching, thank you for commenting, and definitely thank you for subscribing, because it really helps. Deuces.